All right, it's time to see who answered what. Answers turned in that time. Oh, we had 3 for Gary Sinise, 2 for Kevin Bacon. Now, if you recall the film, I do believe all of those actors are in that film, but Gary Sinise is not on the ship. That's right. He's back at ground control. Gary Sinise was your correct answer. All right, we are on to number 5. What rapper and actor plays a NASA astrodynamicist? That's a hard word to say. In the 2015 Matt Damon movie, The Martian. Let's look at those answers. Answers available are Mos Def, Donald Glover, Common, and LL Cool J. So tell me, which rapper and actor plays a NASA astrodynamicist in the 2015 Matt Damon movie, The Martian? Mos Def, Donald Glover, Common, or LL Cool J? Now you're down to your last 5 seconds to get those answers in. Still have a chance for some points, but now I have all the answers. Answers turned in. Now we did have our biggest range of answers. We had Mos Def, Donald Glover, and Common all getting answers for that question. This time it was Donald Glover. That's right, Donald Glover, the man from Atlanta, getting the points for you if you put his name down. All right, we're halfway through this round. 5 questions down. On to question number 6. Which of these sitcom stars plays a military scientist in the sci-fi satire Starship Troopers? Was it Neil Patrick Harris, Jim Parsons, Zach Braff, or John Cryer? A lot of sitcom pedigree in that list, but I asked you which one of these sitcom stars plays a military scientist in the sci-fi satire Starship Troopers. NPH, Jim Parsons, Zach Braff, or John Cryer? All right, let's find out those answers in just another second. Now, answers turned in for this one. Most of y'all knew it was Neil Patrick Harris. Neil Patrick Harris, NPH. That's right. In that satirical, a movie that I did not get when I saw it the first time it came out. And the further away, the more I'm like, that was a really prescient movie. Starship Troopers is not a sentence I thought I would say. All right, y'all, on to number 7. Who plays moonwalking astronaut Neil Armstrong in the 2018 biographical drama First Man? Was it Miles Teller, Chris Pratt, Robert Pattinson, or Ryan Gosling? That's right, who plays moonwalking astronaut Neil Armstrong in the 2018 biographical drama First Man? Miles Teller, Chris Pratt, Robert Pattinson, or Ryan Gosling? You have 5 seconds left to answer. All right, let's see what those answers were. All right, we did have a variety of answers. Miles Teller getting some love, Chris Pratt, and Ryan Gosling with 50% of the answers. Your correct answer was Ryan Gosling. That's right, Ryan Gosling. He's just Ken, and also First Man. It's like astronaut Ken. All right, teams, into question number 8. There it goes. Who plays the President of the United States in the 1998 asteroid disaster movie Deep Impact? Was it James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman, Lawrence Fishburne, or Danny Glover? Once again, tell me who plays the President of the United States in the 1998 asteroid disaster movie Deep Impact. Was it James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman, Lawrence Fishburne, or Danny Glover? Every once in a while you'll see me step off the camera because hosting trivia is hard work and I need a beer. All right, y'all, your answers for that question. 60% of you said it was Morgan Freeman. James Earl Jones did get some love there. And your correct answer was, in fact, the man with the voice. It's Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman was your correct answer. All right, we have just 2 more questions before we declare our King of Space. Question number 9. What beloved cult sci-fi television series begat the 2005 action and adventure film Serenity. Man, big gats will really throw you off. I'm going to read that question again. Let's try that again. What beloved cult sci-fi television series begat the 2005 action adventure film Serenity? If you don't know what begat means, I can't help you. Answers turned in included Farscape, Firefly, Fringe, and Babylon 5. So I'll ask that question again. What beloved cult sci-fi television series begat the 2005 action-adventure film Serenity? Was it Farscape, Firefly, Fringe, or Babylon 5? Tell me which series spawned that film. You just might get those points. All right, let's see what you turned in. 86% of the answers went to Firefly. That's because the Serenity is a Firefly class ship. Firefly was the series that we were looking for. All right, now I have your 10th and final question. After we get done with the answer for this one, we are going to declare a winner for round number 1. You can tell I'm excited because that's what made me stutter. All right, question number 10. Who voices a telepathic extraterrestrial spider in the 2024 Adam Sandler Netflix drama Spaceman? Now, your answers for this question are Paul Dano, Casey Affleck, Ryan Reynolds, and Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt showing up as a lot of answers for this. He shows up in a lot of movies. Once again, who voices a telepathic extraterrestrial spider in the 2024 Adam Sandler Netflix drama Spaceman? Paul Dano, Casey Affleck, Ryan Reynolds, or Chris Pratt? All right, just a few seconds left. Now let's see what those answers were. All right, we had 1 for Paul Dano, 2 for Casey Affleck, and 3 for Ryan Reynolds, and 1 more for our last answer. Our correct answer was, this is one of our hardest ones, Paul Dano. That's right, Paul Dano was your correct answer for that round, which means it's time to figure out who won the round. Who is our spaciest cadet? Now, we did have some people joining us. We have 8 players playing with us now. Let's see those rankings. They're going to pop up on your phone right now with our top 3. In third place, it's Artichoke Me Daddy. That is a hilarious name. Way to go, Artichoke Me Daddy. Cal Worthington. Go see Cal in second place with 472 points. And in first place with 578, it's Turbo, my man behind the glass. Now, gotta admit, the person who helps me out run this show, they are a trivia junkie just like me, so you're going to be competing with them. But look at that. We had a handful of people come in. Jared and Sam, thank you for showing up. Red 5, love it. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for playing that round with us. You did have a lot of good points in there. In fact, the difference between second and third place, Artichoke Me Daddy and Cal Worthington, only 22 points. That's the difference of a couple of seconds on some of those questions. So, Turbo, you are our spaciest cadet. That's right, you are our main space cadet after clearing out that game. But get ready, y'all. I'm gonna have another round of trivia coming your way. We're gonna have a little 10-minute break as I get this countdown going, and then we'll have the next round of trivia coming your way. And this one's called Don't Get Lost in These Translations. That's because this is gonna be all about the different things in English that we've kind of borrowed from other languages. You'll see it more clearly in just a moment. Let's get that countdown timer going. We're going to take a quick break and have your second game coming your way in just 10 minutes. Check, 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 check. 1, 2. We're just doing a quick mic check, making sure that things sound good. Yeah, all right, cool. Switching to a different microphone. Now, if you guys are joining us just now, if you missed the first round, don't worry, you can still jump in for this round. If you were participating in the first round, all of your points are accumulated because we will be declaring an overall winner at the end of the night. So keep accumulating those points. You never know, maybe your round is coming up. Maybe you're going to be our cunning linguist. That is the title that you will win if you get the Don't Get Lost in These Translation game. If you get the most points in this game, you will be a cunning linguist. So, yeah, I have to have some fun myself making up what the awards I'm going to be giving out for these rounds. Now, if you haven't got set up yet, don't worry, you still can. All you have to do is scan that QR code. That'll take you to the room so you can watch our game, get all the questions to your phone as I'm reading through them, get your answers in. It's all multiple choice, so you will have time to come up with your answer and see it, submit it. But the faster you get your answer in, the more points you will acquire. So sometimes it's wiser to just try to get the answer you think is right as fast as you can. Sometimes you need to think about it. I don't know if you guys remember that aliens question from the first round. A lot of people jumped right to Ridley Scott because they were thinking of the original Alien, but Aliens, James Cameron, different director. All right, y'all, be back in just 2 more minutes as we get ready for round number 2. All right, y'all, we're getting ready for round number 2. Now, as we get ready for round number 2, if you are just now tuning in, don't worry, you can get set up for any round in this game. All you have to do is scan that QR code to your phone. It'll take you right to the room that you want to go to. Also, you can go to crowd.live. This time it'll be crowd.live/KEPA5. That'll take you to this room. Again, you can also just scan the room code. That'll take you to the game where you can spit those answers. This next game is going to be all about translations, common phrases that we borrow from other languages, from other countries and cultures. You'll see more as we get into the game, get into the round. Now, as we get ready for this game, I do want to remind you, everything is multiple choice. If you show up late, if you show up, anytime, you can always jump into the game. So don't feel like you need to wait. If you miss part of this one and you want to jump in for the third one, go ahead and answer those questions because we will have an overall winner at the end of the night. All of your points will be added up and whoever wins across all 4 games with the most points will be our overall winner for the night. Now, we're 4 minutes away from the start of this round. If you haven't scanned that QR code already, go ahead and do so now. Type in a name, something clever and funny, so that way I will know who you are. Gotta say, I was really surprised and happy to see Artichoke Me Daddy as our 3rd place team. They're a really funny name to see pop up on the screen. I'm gonna check with my engineer real quick. There's a little bit of a sound thing I want to double check on. We will be right back. Alright, y'all, it's just about time for our 2nd round of the game. That's right, our next round of the game is Don't Get Lost in These Translations, because this round of the game is going to be about the common phrases that we borrow from other languages, from other places. I'm going to be quizzing you on what some of those mean. Now, if you haven't got set up yet, you have 2 minutes to get in for the first question by scanning that QR code. Once that countdown timer ends, we're going to jump into that first question. I'll still won't open up those answers right away, but if you want to be ready, be on top of things, because the way that you get points, the faster that you answer, the more points you acquire. Sometimes it's wiser to hold on to your answers right away. Make sure that you feel good about it, but if you know it, you want to crush it. Search out that answer and try to get it in as fast as possible. We're only 90 seconds away from our 2nd round. Again, each round is going to have their own winner. So at the end of this round, whoever has the most points will be our cunning linguist. Cunning linguist. Trying to not get demonetized from YouTube. Whoever wins this round will have that title moving forward for all time. Tell your friends. This next round is going to be about those fun phrases and common expressions that we borrow from other languages, so get ready for it. Coming at you in just less than a minute. Now, if you haven't already, and you have a chance right now, now's a great time to subscribe to the Trivia Tavern on YouTube. Subscribe to the Trivia Tavern on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch and you also have Amazon Prime, don't forget you can subscribe. You do get 1 free subscription with Amazon Prime for any Twitch channel that you want. And hey, if you used it here for the Trivia Tavern, well, you'd be a friend of the tavern for sure. So with that said, we are getting into our last 30 seconds before the game starts. Subscribe, like us on YouTube, subscribe, like us on Twitch. And it's free to follow on Twitch, just for that subscription. So make sure you're following us, even if you're not doing that subscription thing. All right, 15 seconds. Scan that QR code. Get your name in. Get ready for Don't Get Lost in These Translations. First question coming our way in just about 5 seconds. All right, here we go. First question. Which of these French terms translates to blank document? Is it avant-garde, carte blanche, déjà vu, and savoir-faire? That's right. Tell me which of these French terms translates to blank document? Avant-garde, carte blanche, déjà vu, and savoir-faire. All right, you have about 5 more seconds to tell me an answer. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's find out what you answered. We have 11 answers. Wow, our room is growing. And all of you thought it was carte blanche. That's because Carte blanche is the correct answer. That's right. Carte blanche is what that means. Blank document. That's what you're getting when you get carte blanche. All right, teams, into your second question. In which film does Robin Williams encourage his proteges to carpe diem, or seize the day? There we go. And answers are now open. Was it Dead Poets Society, Good Will Hunting, Patch Adams, or The Fisher King? So once again, in which film does Robin Williams encourage his proteges to carpe diem, or seize the day? Dead Poets Society, Good Will Hunting, Patch Adams, or The Fisher King? All right, y'all, I got your answers in. Let's find out what you put down. Now, most of y'all went 82% for Dead Poets Society and 18% for Good Will Hunting. Your correct answer was the Dead Poets Society. Way to go if you put down Dead Poets Society. Now, into your third question for this round. Now most often associated with ice cream, the French a la mode actually translates to of the blank in English. You're going to fill in that blank with one of these answers. Is it time, fashion, moment, or world? So now I'll read that again. Now most often associated with ice cream, the French a la mode actually translates to, is it of the time, of the fashion, of the moment, or of the world in English? Tell me what a la mode means. It just might get the points. I know I love my ice cream or any dish a la mode. It's fantastic. Let's see what y'all put down. So it's almost an even split between of the fashion and of the moment. Your correct answer is, you know the French, they love fashion. That's right. Of the fashion, as meaning in the fashion to start putting your ice cream on top of your pie. All right, we are into your fourth question of the round. Which of these modern slang terms is the most accurate expression of the Latin phrase mea culpa? Is it bye Felicia, my bad, okay boomer, or on fleek? So that's right. Tell me which one of these modern slang expressions is the closest to mea culpa. Is it bye Felicia, my bad, okay boomer, or on fleek? Got a few more seconds. All right, we got those answers in. Let's figure out what you put down. Mea culpa, 91% of you said it was my bad. And one of you said it was by Felicia. Mea culpa is my bad. I think it's most closely similar to my mistake or something to that effect. But yeah, mea culpa. A lot of people say it when they say, oh yeah, my mistake or my bad. All right, teams. All right. Whether you're playing on a team or playing by yourself, whomever you might be playing for, your fifth question is coming up. What language gives us the phrase gung-ho, meaning overly enthusiastic? So for this one, you're going to be choosing a language. Is it Arabic, Chinese, Hindi, or Japanese? So that's right. Tell me one more time, what language gives us the phrase gung-ho, meaning overly enthusiastic? All right, y'all, I got your answers for question number 5. Now, let's see what y'all thought, or where you thought gung-ho came from. See, we had 3 answers for Chinese and 7 for Japanese. This one turned out to be a little bit trickier. The answer is Chinese. That's right. Gung-ho comes from Chinese, not Japanese. Chinese was the correct answer there. All right, we're halfway through the questions. 5 questions down, 5 more to go. Question number 6. On what reality competition series might viewers see contestants master a pas de deux. Pas de deux. You might know that language that comes from, but that's not the question. Tell me which reality series might feature it, though. Is it Dancing with the Stars, Master Chef, Survivor, or The Voice? So once again, on what reality competition series might viewers see contestants master a pas de deux? Dancing with the Stars, Master Chef, Survivor, or The Voice? All right, just a few seconds left to get those answers. 5 seconds for those answers. All right, they're gone. Let's find out who said what. All right, most of our answers, 55% of them for Dancing with the Stars. We did have Survivor and Master Chef getting answers. Your correct answer was Dancing with the Stars. That's right, pas de deux is a type of dance move. And I don't know what it means, but if you knew that it meant something related to dancing, you got the points. Here comes question number 7. Which of these words most closely defines the Greek term hoi polloi? So tell me which one of these is most close to the term. Is it common, elite, patrician, or unique? So tell me which of these words most closely defines the Greek term hoi polloi. Common, elite, patrician, or unique? All right, just a little less than 10 seconds left. All right, answers in. Let's find out what you put down. 36% of the answers were for common, 64% for elite. Was it common or elite? It's the common answer. Common, yeah. Hoi polloi sounds really highfalutin, but it actually means kind of common. All right, question number 8. Often shortened to just coup, which of these French phrases describes a military rebellion? Is it coup de coeur, coup d'état, coup de foudre, or coup de grace, or coup de gracie, or coup de gras, depending on how you say it? I'll say it one more time. Often shortened to just coup, which of these French phrases describes a military rebellion? Coup de coeur, coup d'état, coup de foudre, or coup de gras? All right, tell me which coup I was looking for. And your time is up. Answers turned in. 9% for coup d'état, or sorry, 90% for coup d'état. Your correct answer was coup d'état. Coup d'état was the one we were looking for. All right, just 2 more questions to go. Question number 9. In a business transaction, the Latin phrase caveat emptor urges the blank to beware. So who fills in that blank? Is it contractor to beware, lender to beware, buyer to beware, or seller to beware? Once again, in a business transaction, the Latin phrase caveat emptor urges the blank to beware. Is it contractor, lender, buyer, or seller? You have just a few more seconds to tell me who should beware in a caveat emptor. All right, let's see what you put down. Answers for question number 9. We have 91% for buyer, 9% for lender. Your correct answer, buyer beware. That's caveat emptor. All right, now we're back to our question 10 for round number 2. After we do this question, I'm going to have your standings not just for this question or this round, but also for our first 2 games. So we'll take a peek at that as well. But before we do that, let's get into that last question and see who's going to walk away as our winner for this round. Now, question number 10. A sudden and oftentimes unexplained solution to a problem in a story or narrative is known as a blank. Is it modi proprio, deus ex machina, habeas corpus, or tabula rasa? Once again, a sudden and oftentimes unexplained solution to a problem in a story or narrative is known as motu proprio, deus ex machina, habeas corpus, or tabula rasa. Those are your choices. Just a few seconds left to see what you entered. All right, I got those answers. Answers turned in. 7 people went with deus ex machina, 2 with habeas corpus, and 1 for each of our other 2 answers. Your correct answer was That is the Deus Ex Machina, or the Machine of God, is what that translates to. It's what shows up at the end of a story, and you're like, that didn't really... Nobody set that up. Oh, okay. The good guys won. Cool. We got it. Deus Ex Machina. That's what you just saw when that happens. All right. Now, with that being all done, it's time to declare our winners for this round. So here we go again. We are going to have our top 3 coming your way on the screen right now. So first up, our third place winner is, build in a little suspense, Red 5. Way to go, Mikey. Red 5, you're my third place player today on our Hard to Choke Me Daddy. Once again, having some good points for that round. And in first place, it's Real John, new to the scoreboard. Real John with 903 points. Way to go, Real John. Wow. Now, the points did shoot up. It looks like y'all know your words a little bit better than some of your space movies, because all of our points were higher. But Real John, way to go. 903, almost a full, 213 points ahead of Artichoke Me Daddy, but only a difference of 42 points between Artichoke Me Daddy and Red 5. Man, that was a fun round. Ian, Cal Worthington, MGN. Oh, Martin, I see you playing out there. Jared and Sam, thank you for joining us as well. Man, this is a good time. I'm so excited as we continue to do the stuff here at the Trivia Tavern, because, I mean, look at that scoreboard. We're already having fun, and it's just the 10 of us. So we're going to keep having a good time. We're going to roll into our third round. We're going to have another one of those quick little 10-minute breaks, so now's a great time. If you like to imbibe, like to drink beer, or whatever it might be, now's a great time to do that. I'm going to bring up a countdown timer in just a moment as we get ready for our next round. Now, I did promise earlier that oh, actually, I almost forgot. Let's check in on our 2-round rankings. So this next scoreboard you're going to see, this is our cumulative scoreboard for this first 2 rounds. Now, if you missed out on round 1, don't worry. You can still win rounds 3 and 4 and get those titles, like Real John. He's our cunning linguist because he won round 2. But if you want to know how you fare against everybody throughout the night, let's pull those up. Let's see. Now, I've been playing around with this software, but yeah, so that's our one for the first round. Is there a way I can pull up our multi-game players? Oh, I think that's what I was supposed to hit. There we go. Right now we have our overall winning players. Now, this isn't the eventual end, because these are going into the second half of the game. Right now, Cal Worthington with 1,057 points. In second place with 1080, it's Turbo. And in first place, it's Artichoke Me Daddy. So Artichoke Me Daddy, third in round 1, second in round 2, but overall first in points halfway through the game. Now, those are the rest of our scores based on who else was able to join us for the first 2 rounds. But don't worry, there's still plenty of more points to get in this round. Now, I did mention earlier that this next round, or I mentioned we were going to have a round devoted to it. This one's going to be for the millennials. That's right, I call this round Once in a Millennial, because everything that takes place in this round will be involving things that took place between the year 2000 and 2009. You don't have to be a millennial to know that stuff, obviously, but it might help. All right, I'm going to kick off our countdown timer, and I'll be right back and get us started with our next round in just a moment. So grab a drink, grab a snack. We're going to kick off that next round in less than 10 minutes. All right, y'all, I'm back. We're still 7 minutes away from our next round of trivia. And this will be kind of the standard. We're going to try to do about 4 rounds. That way, you get to hang out, play some trivia with us, and still have the rest of your Tuesday to hang out. But yeah, we got 2 more rounds coming your way. Next round starting in 6 minutes and some change. Now, if you're just joining us or if you haven't figured out how to get into the game yet, it's okay. You can join us at any time during the games just by scanning that QR code. That'll take you straight to the room where you'll submit your answers. You're going to come up with your name. It can either be something funny like you do at your regular bar trivia or just your name, so that way I know who is getting those points. At the end of every round, we'll declare a winner for each round. We will also have a general overall winner for the night based on who's accumulating the most points. So yeah, go ahead and scan that QR code if you haven't already. We're just over 6 minutes away from our next round. This next round is called Once in Millennial because each one of these questions is going to feature something that was going on between the years 2000 and 2009. 10 questions coming your way, and all of the questions are multiple choice. So, in case you didn't already know, the best way to score those points, right? If you know the answer before I'm done reading the question, before I open up those answers, search out that answer immediately. But if you're unsure, it's always a good idea to look at those answers because you can think it through. You can't miss fast enough to get any points back, right? So if you don't read the whole question, there's a chance you miss something. Always want to be wise about how you get those answers in because the faster the answer, the more points, better chance for you to win. But you want to make sure your answers are right more than they're fast. All right, 5 minutes away from our next round. Gonna kick that round off in just 5 more minutes. I'll be right back when we get to about 3 minutes out. All right, y'all, I'm back now. Now, if you're having any issues with the Twitch, if you guys are... Oh, let me mute that. I had my Twitch coming up so that way I could see if there were any people in the chat, if they're having any issues there. So that's what you heard for just a second. But yeah, if you guys are chatting, right now I'm still figuring out how to make sure I can see y'all chatting in the live stream and stuff like that. So do use the chat. Make sure that you follow me on Twitch, follow and like and subscribe to all the things on YouTube, on Twitch. Whatever you can do to just help make the Trivia Tavern grow a little bit is very much appreciated. I appreciate all of y'all that are watching right now. This is a new project in case a lot of y'all that are watching, I know you guys know me. So thank y'all for tuning in. It means a lot that y'all taking part of your Tuesday out to hang out with us. And this is going to keep going. It's going to be my new fun Tuesday thing, so you'll know where to catch me every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Going to have different trivia games of different themes. Also going to be having some of you in the studio. I've talked to you already, but if you guys are local, you guys know where I'm at. You guys know me. Hit me up. We can maybe get you to come out here into the studio, play along with everybody watching at home live. It's a lot of fun. All right, we are into 2 minutes away from our next round of trivia. Now, if you haven't already, now's the time. Scan that QR code up on the screen. Get into the game and get set up with the name that you want me to recognize in case you're getting those points and you're going to be our top winner. So what's going to happen now is when the game kicks off in about 105 seconds, you're going to have a question. I'm going to open up the answers once I read through each question. Then you'll have a chance to pick out your answer. Everything's going to be multiple choice. The faster you get your answer in, the more points you'll get. Now, I like to tell people all the time, make sure you have the right answer. If you need to see those answers before you choose, sometimes that'll be wiser to make sure that you maybe didn't overthink it or outthink it or miss something in the question. But if you feel confident, if you know that answer, find the answer as fast as you can, because that will mean the most points for your score. All right, we are just over a minute out now as we get ready for that first question. Now, this next round, once in a millennial. This one is all about things between the year 2000 and the year 2009. Everything in this round is going to feature that or feature something related to that time frame. If you are a millennial, congratulations, you might have an advantage because this is the time that I was growing up. I graduated class of 2005, just to date myself a little bit, almost 20 years, and that's out of high school, not, higher learning. I only do one kind of higher learning, and it involves cannabis. All right, we are 30 seconds away for this round. Again, all of these questions are going to be involving the years 2000, 2009, something that happened in that time frame. All of these questions will be multiple choice. Just 20 seconds to go. As soon as that countdown finishes, I'm going to have that first question on the screen. Going to read each question, then open your answers, and then read each question again. All right, we are into it. Last 10 seconds. Let me get a drink of my tasty beverage. All right, here comes your very first question for this round. What cell phone manufacturer introduced the beloved Razr flip phone in the year 2004? Now, was that Nokia, Samsung, Motorola, or LG? That's right. Tell me what cell phone manufacturer introduced the beloved Razr flip phone in 2004? Was it Nokia, Samsung, Motorola, or LG? I don't know about y'all, but I did have the Razr flip phone back before phones were smart. It was almost like right before phones were smart. I had to have one because it looked so cool. All right, here come your answers. Let's see what you turned in. Now, we had 9 answers for Motorola and 1 for Samsung and 1 for LG. If you had it, you might remember it was Motorola. That's right, Motorola was your correct answer for question number 1. All right, here comes your second question. Who topped the Billboard Hot Country Song Chart in 2003 with Beer for My Horses? Was it Rascal Flatts, Toby Keith, Travis Tritt, or Kenny Chesney? I'll read that again. Who topped the Billboard Hot Country Songs Charts in 2003 with Beer for My Horses? Rascal Flatts, Toby Keith, Travis Tritt, or Kenny Chesney? All right, those are your answers. You've got about 4 seconds left for those responses. All right, let's see what you answered. Now, this one's a little bit harder. We had 2 answers for Rascal Flatts. We had 7 for Toby Keith. And then our final answer, I already forgot who that was, Kenny Chesney. Your correct answer would be Toby Keith. Toby Keith is the one who had beer for his horses. All right, now into question number 3. Following Avatar, what is the second highest grossing blockbuster of the 2000s decade? Yes, this one's a little bit trickier. What was the second highest grossing film after Avatar of the 2000s? Was it The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, The Dark Knight, or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? There are a lot of great movies that came out in that decade. Let's talk about it again. Following Avatar, what is the second highest grossing blockbuster of the 2000s? Was it Return of the King, Dead Man's Chest, The Dark Knight, or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Ran out of time I was reading those because those are a lot of long titles. Hopefully you got your answer in. Answers turned in. Ooh, it is almost an identical, even split. 2 for The Return of the King. 3 for, yeah, big spread on this one. 3 for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. 3 for The Dark Knight, and 3 for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Your correct answer was The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. That's right, the one with the smallest amount of answers was our correct answer. So that's going to come up big in the points. Let's get into question number 4. What pop group's Boom Boom Pow was the best-selling single of 2009? Was it the Pussycat Dolls, LMFAO, Gym Class Heroes, or the Black Eyed Peas? Once again, what pop group's Boom Boom Pow was the best-selling single of 2009? The Pussycat Dolls, LMFAO, the Gym Class Heroes, or the Black Eyed Peas? All right, you have just 4 seconds left to give me one of those groups. All right, let's see what you put down. All right, 18% for the Pussycat Dolls, 1 answer for LMFAO, and 73% for the Black Eyed Peas. Your correct answer was the Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas really doing a lot to the landscape of music in the 2000s. Now, into question number 5. Which of these cities did not host the Olympics between the years 2000 and 2009? Now, because of that, we are talking about winter and summer games. So, answers available are Sydney, London, Beijing, and Athens. Tell me which of these cities did not host the Olympics between the year 2000 and 2009. Was it Sydney, London, Beijing, or Athens? All right, you've got about 8 seconds left. All right, we got those answers in. Let's see what you submitted. This is another good split. We had Sydney with 2 answers, London with 4, 2 answers for Beijing, and our last answer, Athens, with 3 answers. Let's see what was right. It's London. The London Games, I believe, were 2012. London was your correct answer. All right, into question number 6. Who was United States Secretary of State in 2006? From among these answers, was it Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, William J. Burns, or Hillary Clinton? I'll read that again. Who was United States Secretary of State in the year 2006? Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, William J. Burns, or Hillary Clinton? All right, teams, you have just a few more moments. All right, your answers are in. Let's see what you put down. 18% for Colin Powell. We had 1 answer for William J. Burns, 18% for our last answer, but 55% for the correct answer, Condoleezza Rice. That's right, Condoleezza was the Secretary of State during George H.W.'s second term. All right, into question number 7. Which 1990s teen star played television's Ghost Whisperer from 2005 to 2010? Was it Amber Tamblyn, Lacey Chabert, Michelle Trachtenberg, or Jennifer Love Hewitt? You can see that we've digitized that image just a little bit, so maybe you can't tell. Was it Amber Tamblyn, Lacey Chabert, Michelle Trachtenberg, or Jennifer Love Hewitt, who was the Ghost Whisperer from 2005 to 2010? All right, just about 3 more seconds to go. Last chance for answers. All right, I've got your answers in. We did have 1 answer for Lacey Chabert and 10 answers for Jennifer Love Hewitt. Your correct answer was Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's right, she was the Ghost Whisperer. All right, we have 3 more questions for the round, and question number 8. Which of these garage rock revival bands features lead singer Brandon Flowers? Is it The Strokes, Franz Ferdinand, The Killers, or The Black Keys? So I'll ask that again. Which of these garage rock revival bands features lead singer Brandon Flowers? The Strokes, Franz Ferdinand, The Killers, or the Black Keys? Tell me which one of those bands features Brandon Flowers as the lead singer. Just a few seconds left. All right, let's see if you know. We did have an overwhelming response for The Killers. That's because The Killers is your correct answer. That's right, out of Las Vegas, Nevada. The Killers, led by Brandon Flowers. All right, question 9. What UK filmmaker directed the 2008 Best Picture Academy Award-winning Slumdog Millionaire? Answers available for this one are Danny Boyle, Kenneth Branagh, Sam Mendes, and Neil Jordan. So I'll read that again. What UK filmmaker directed the 2008 Best Picture Academy Award-winning Slumdog Millionaire? Danny Boyle, Kenneth Branagh, Sam Mendes, or Neil Jordan? All right, just a few seconds left to tell me that director. All right, let's see your answers. This is a little bit of a waterfall. We had 5 answers for Danny Boyle, 3 for Kenneth Branagh, 2 for Sam Mendes, and 1 answer for our last answer. I already forgot. That's right, Neil Jordan. Your correct answer was Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle got you the points that time. Now we are on to our last question for the round. One last time. After I read this one, we will have our standings for our Once in a Millennial round. And you know they say you should respect your elders. Well, whoever wins this round will be our Elder Millennial. All right, teams. Question number 10. What Major League Baseball team won both the first and the last World Series of the 2010s? I will say, I do believe that's 2000 to 2009. Or sorry, yeah. I'll read that question again. The 2000s is 2000 to 2009. I'll read it again, then I'll open up those answers. What Major League Baseball team won both the first and last World Series of the 2000s? Was it the San Francisco Giants, the New York Yankees, the St. Louis Cardinals, or the Boston Red Sox? So tell me what Major League Baseball team won both the first and the last World Series of the 2000s? The Giants, the Yankees, the Cardinals, or the Red Sox? All right, you have just a few more seconds to tell me which team you think it is. All right, let's see what you submitted. Now, we did have 50% of our answers going to the New York Yankees. We had 17% for the St. Louis Cardinals and 33% for the Boston Red Sox. Your correct answer was the New York Yankees. That's right, the Yankees was your correct answer for question number 10. All right, this one was a little bit all over the place. We had a lot of good splits. So let's find out who is the winner of our third round. Let's find out who's our eldest millennial. Now, our winners for the top 3. In third place with 576 points, it's Sam. Way to go, Sam. You're our third place. In second place with 616, it's Red 5. Love that call sign, Red 5. And in first place with 622, a really close game, it's MGM. I think that's Martin. Thank you, Martin, for playing. Way to go. Wow, look at that separation this time. It was a much closer game than our first 2. It's only a difference of 90 points between first place and fourth. Only a little over 100 to our next team after them. That is a really good spread. You guys did really well. But Sam with 576, our third place player. In second with 616 points, Red 5. And in first place with 622, our elder millennial. It's MGM. Way to go, all of y'all playing. Now we have just one more round to go. I'm having a good time. I know I don't want it to end either, but eventually all good things come to an end. We might play around with this format that we might add more rounds as we go through it. We're just going to be doing this and having a good time. So let's get ready for our last round. We'll have another one of those quick 10-minute breaks. So if you want to get up, stretch those legs, do what you want to do, go get another drink. We've got time for you. Now let's get into what that last round will be, because our last round, well, this one, it's a little bit new. That's right. We're teaching old dogs new trivia. I did miss a quotation mark there. Let me fix that real quick. Yeah. Teaching old dogs new trivia. That's because every question or answer in this round is going to feature the word new somewhere in it. That's right. Everything in this round will feature new either as part of the question or as part of the answer. You can't teach old dogs new trivia. Well, I say that you can. So I'm going to kick off our countdown and we'll have your final round of tonight's game in just about 10 minutes. Oh, dude, it's yeah. All right, y'all. Now we are just about ready to kick off our last round of the night. I know it happened fast. I wasn't sure what to plan for, so we were already talking about it. Me and my engineer, me and our producer, we're probably going to have our games be a little bit longer. So that way, if you miss part of the game and you just want to still get in and play a little bit of trivia, it's there for you. And if you're ready for the marathon, you can conquer 6 rounds or maybe more. We'll find out. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being along for the ride. The cool thing about this is, hey, we get to decide all of how it runs. So if I decide one night we're going to do this a little bit differently, well, you'll get to experience that. With that said, if you are getting ready for our last round, if you're just now tuning in, if you haven't tuned in before, or you don't know how it works, make sure you scan that QR code that's over here. If you scan that QR code, it'll take you to the room to submit your answers. You'll come up with a funny name, your name, any name. That way we can recognize you and give you the credit if you happen to be our winner. Every question, the timer will count down as you try to think up your answers and get them submitted. The faster you get those answers in, the more points you'll acquire. The more points you acquire, the higher your score at the end of the round will be. There's no penalty for getting them wrong, other than, well, if you get it wrong and you could have thought about it a little bit longer and gotten it right, well, those are the points you're missing out on. So you do want to take the time to sit there and wisely think about your answer if it makes sense. But if you feel like you absolutely know the answer, seek out that answer and get it as fast as you can, because that will be the most points for your total score. We are almost ready for our last round of the game. Now, we will be declaring a winner of the last round, and at the end of that round, as we have that winner for the round as well, we'll also declare a winner for our overall night. Now, I think our person who was leading, I'm not sure if they made it, how many points they got in that last round. I didn't want to bring up our points for the whole game yet. I want to keep it a surprise so we can find out our winner for the overall night in just a moment. But I do think our point leader is no longer playing, so it still could be anyone's game if you've got that high cumulative score. All right, we're kicking things off with our final round in just a moment. Now, this next round, teaching old dogs new trivia. Everything in this round is going to feature the word new somewhere in the question or the answers. The new can be all kinds of different new things. We'll just have to find out what that is in just a moment. We'll be teaching old dogs new trivia in just a second. Also, we did have one technical thing. If you guys are casting it to your TV, that's awesome. That is a fun thing that you can do. If you're on YouTube, you can watch it on your TV and play along there. I did hear from one of our people watching that you can't actually get your answers or get the chat in if you're casting it at that same time. So if you have that issue, that's going to be the reason why you can't do it. But yeah, there we go. I see Jared and Martin are in our chat. Thank you guys for watching. Ian as well. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Jared. And thank you, Sam. We actually did this once as just kind of a pilot, and they were my test group. They came into the studio. I asked them a bunch of questions to make sure that this thing would work as best as we can, and I appreciate y'all so much. So special shout out for y'all. Thank you all for watching and playing along at home, and thank you for being part of the Trivia Tavern. The Trivia Tavern to me is just something that, hey, wherever you go, you're having a good time with friends and you're answering some trivia questions, well, then there you are. You're at the Trivia Tavern. But there's only one that's hosted by me, so look out for those knockoffs. All right. As we get closer, we are just a little bit more than 2.5 minutes away from that. If you haven't already subscribed on YouTube or liked us on YouTube, please do that. Make sure that we can get these numbers going. That way you never miss an episode of the Trivia Tavern. You'll know when each count's coming on. We are going to be doing this every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Same thing for Twitch. If you're on Twitch and watching this, go ahead and follow. Make sure that you know when our trivia streams are going up. All right, y'all. Just a little bit more than 2 minutes. Going to take a really quick break from the screen, and we'll be back with that next round in just a few minutes. All right, we are just inside of 90 seconds until we kick off this last round of trivia. Now, if you haven't signed up yet, gotten set up yet, scan that QR code, get a name in, and get ready to answer those questions. We have 10 more multiple choice questions coming your way. All of these questions will feature the word new somewhere in the question or somewhere in the answers. You're going to want to, just think about that's new. I don't know if I can give you any more help than that. Make sure you get set up in that room because we're kicking it off in just a few more seconds, less than 15 now. Now again, You get more points the faster you get those answers in. So if you know the answer, look for that answer as fast as you can and answer, because you'll get the most points that way. But you can never miss fast enough to get points back. Make sure that you do think through those answers. And don't go with the first one that you know if you only kind of know it, because your best chance to win more points is to get the answer right. You don't lose any points for getting a wrong answer. You just miss out on the points that you could be getting with those right answers. Maybe if you just thought about it a little bit longer. But sometimes, hey, you're not going to know either way. So it's best to get that best guess out as fast as you can. A lot of strategy coming up in 5 more seconds. All right, last round of the night. This one's new. Let's see our first question. Now, that first question: what soft drink company famously flopped with a new variant of their classic formula in 1985? Was it Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Royal Crown? That's right. Tell me which one of these soft drinks, what soft drink company famously flopped with a new variant of their classic formula in 1985? Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or Royal Crown? All right, 5 seconds left for those answers. All right, we got those answers in. Let's see what you put down. We had 11 answers in for Coca-Cola, 1 for Pepsi, and 1 for Royal Crown. Your correct answer was Coca-Cola. That's right. New Coke was largely maligned as soon as it came out, but don't worry, they went back to that classic Coca-Cola formula, and everyone's been happy since then. Kind of. All right, y'all, your second question for this round. Which of the main Seinfeld actors later starred in the Emmy Award-winning sitcom The New Adventures of Old Christine? Oh, wrong button. There it is. Was it Jason Alexander, Jerry Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, or Michael Richards? That's right. Which one of the main Seinfeld actors later starred in the Emmy Award-winning sitcom The New Adventures of Old Christine? Jason Alexander, Jerry Seinfeld, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, or Michael Richards? Those are the 4 main cast members of Seinfeld. If you didn't know their actors' names, maybe you can figure it out, but I've got those answers in now. We had 1 answer for Jason Alexander, 11 for Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and 1 for Michael Richards. Your correct answer was, she was Old Christine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus on that show, or Elaine from Seinfeld. All right, question number 3 is up next. Despite its close association with the country, which of these fruits is not native to New Zealand? Is it the longan, cherimoya, jackfruit, or kiwi? So that's right. Tell me which one of these fruits is not native to New Zealand. Is it longan, cherimoya, jackfruit, or kiwi? All right, 10 seconds left. All right, I got your answers in. Let's see what you put down. We had 1 answer for longan and 12 for kiwi. Now, the reason why that's interesting is because the term for someone from New Zealand is a kiwi, but they are not native to New Zealand. I think it's because there's also a kiwi bird that is native to New Zealand, but the fruit is not anywhere to be found on the island unless it's imported. All right, teams, now into question number 4. Which U.S. president enacted the Economic Recovery and Public Works Project known as the New Deal? Was it Teddy Roosevelt, Herbert Hoover, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or Franklin D. Roosevelt? That's right. Tell me which U.S. president enacted the Economic Recovery and Public Works Project known as the New Deal. Teddy Roosevelt, Herbert Hoover, Dwight D. Eisenhower, or Franklin D. Roosevelt? Who's responsible for the New Deal? Tell me in the next 2 seconds. All right, that's time. Answers for this question. We had 1 for Teddy, 1 for Herbert, 2 for Dwight D. Eisenhower, and 7 for FDR. Your correct answer was Franklin Delano Roosevelt. FDR, your correct answer. The man behind the New Deal. All right, question number 5. Sorry, we had a lot of music come. Oh, I did not realize that this thing comes with music. Hold on, I'm going back to question 4. So sometimes I put these questions in and the video, I didn't realize it's going to come with a whole lot of sound. I don't know if there's a way I can mute that. Let me see. Oh, I should be able to do this in my computer settings. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so sometimes you're going to, and encounter these with me as I discover things. In fact, because I didn't even know that this was going to happen on my end. I just actually heard it coming out of the producer's speakers. All right. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay. No music? Okay, cool. All right, there we go. Which female pop singer collaborated on 2008's Big Girl Now with 1980s boy band New Kids on the Block? All right, answers for this one were Lady Gaga, Alicia Keys, Britney Spears, and Beyonce. So tell me which female pop singer collaborated on 2008's Big Girl Now with 1980s boy band New Kids on the Block. All right, about 10 more seconds for those answers. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. Yeah. Same. All right, y'all. I got your answers for that question. All right, we did have a lot more variety this time. We had 3 for Lady Gaga, 4 for Alicia Keys, 4 for Britney Spears, and 1 for Beyonce. Your correct answer was Gaga. Lady Gaga was your correct answer. Lady Gaga collaborated with the New Kids on the Block for that song. All right, 5 questions through, 5 more to go. What is the new subtitle of the 2021 miniseries sequel to Showtime's Dexter? Is it New Life, New Kill, New Blood, or New Town? Once again, what is the new subtitle of the 2021 miniseries sequel to Showtime's Dexter? New Life, New Kill, New Blood, or New Town? All right, teams, that's your question. Just a few more seconds. Tell me what the subtitle to that revival was. All right, teams, your answers. We had 1 for New Life, 1 for New Kill, 9 for New Blood, and 1 for New Town. Your correct answer was Dexter, New Blood. That's right, New Blood. A lot of blood on that show. Quite a gory show, but he also collects those samples. So, New Blood was your correct answer. All right, question number 7. Which of these famous singers formed R&B pop group New Edition in Boston in 1978? Was it Babyface, Bobby Brown, Tevin Campbell, or Usher? Once again, which of these famous singers formed the R&B pop group New Edition in Boston in 1978? All right, let's see if you knew who it was. Answers turned in. Babyface and Tevin Campbell, and our last answer all getting nods, but your correct answer was Bobby Brown with 50%. Half of the answers turned in. Bobby Brown was your correct answer. All right, teams, just 3 more to go in this round. What is the commonly used term for the occurrence of 2 new moons in a single calendar month? That's right. If you get 2 new moons in 1 month, what do they call it? Is it a blue moon, a supermoon, a blood moon, or a black moon? So one more time. What is the commonly used term for the occurrence of 2 new moons in a single calendar month? Blue moon, supermoon, blood moon, or black moon? 5 more seconds to tell me which moon I am looking for. All right, the answers are in. Let's see what you put down. 7 answers for Blue Moon, 3 for Blood Moon, and 2 for Black Moon. Now, if you get 2 full moons in a single calendar month, well, that would be a blue moon. If you get 2 new moons in a month, it's a black moon. That's right, the absence of the moon. So a black moon is when you have 2 new moons in a month. All right, y'all. That was a hard one. We got 2 more left for this round. Question number 9. Which of these rappers launched his acting career as a vengeful undercover cop in 1991's New Jack City? Was it Dr. Dre, Ice-T, LL Cool J, or Ice Cube? So tell me which one of those rappers had their first movie role. Which of these rappers launched his acting career as a vengeful undercover cop in 1991's New Jack City? Dr. Dre, Ice-T, LL Cool J, or Ice Cube? Less than 3 seconds now for those answers. All right, I got your answers. Let's see what you put down. Now we had 67% for Ice-T, 17% for LL Cool J, and splitting that with Ice Cube, both with 2 answers each. Your correct answer was Ice-T. Ice-T. Before he was on Law and Order, he was a cop in New Jack City. All right, teams. Now your 10th and final question is up next. This will be our last question for the night. After this, we're going to declare our winner for this round and then determine our overall winner for the whole night. All right, y'all. Your last question for our new trivia is: which of these is not one of Dua Lipa's new rules as laid out in her 2017 song of the same name? Is it don't listen to his lies, don't pick up the phone, don't let him in, don't be his friend? Which one of those is not one of Dua Lipa's new rules as laid out in her 2017 song of the same name? Don't listen to his lies, don't pick up the phone, don't let him in, or is it don't be his friend? Which one is Dua Lipa maybe still doing on that list? All right, y'all, let's see what you put down. Now we had 33% for don't listen to his lies, 17% for don't pick up the phone, 25% for don't let him in, and another 25% for don't be his friend. We have a funny number where I was like, oh, how is it that, yeah, it works out. The percentages got kind of funny there. All right, your correct answer was don't listen to his lies. Don't listen to his lies. It was our most popular answer, but just barely with 33% of the answers. All right, that is it for that round. So let's find out who is our old dog with the newest tricks. All right, we're gonna get that top 3 in just a second. Here we go with our top 3. Our third place winner is MGM Martin, once again gracing the leaderboard with 622 points. Way to go, Martin. In second, it's Ian, just 15 points ahead of him. Ian with 637. And Finn joining us. Oh man, Finn, thank you for joining us and making it into the show. Finn is a wonderkin, and he, I saw Fancy Danny somewhere in there. Someone could see I busted out the good stuff for this show. But Finn, thank you for playing with us. Yeah, there's Fancy Danny and a couple people there at our bottom of our list, but we did have our top 14, our top 12 there on that front page, and we had another really close game. If you look at those standings, they're going to pop up again just so I can kind of see them. I love looking at this part. It's like watching a sports game, seeing how y'all compete against each other. Yeah, Cal Worthington, Sam, separated by less than 40 points. Red 5 right there too with 542. So without further ado, it's time to declare our winners for the whole night. Now, I should have this. Oh. Da-da-da. Okay, so for whatever reason, I don't think that this one recorded into our rankings from the first 3 matches. Let me see Yep. So we are still figuring this out a little bit. I can go back to a previous game and see if I can pull up what we had and then do a little bit of quick mental math. All right. So this should be our overall winning players. And so this is a little bit of a new territory for me. We're still figuring this out. Yeah, Artichoke Me Daddy had 1968 through 3 rounds. Turbo with 1974 for 3 rounds. And Cal Worthington with 2014. Now, I do believe those were for our first 3 rounds and did not include that last round. So what we'll say, yeah, there's a little bit more of it. You should be able to get a better idea of how many points you acquired. I think just that last round, it didn't get roped in with the other ones, so I'm not quite sure exactly where they fit in with this scoreboard. But I want to say thank you to everybody who played along with us. Cal Worthington, you had an incredible night across the board, so you definitely did really well as we were playing throughout the game. Oh no, that says out of 40 correctly, so that is all 4 rounds. So these are our accurate standings through 4 rounds of trivia. So Cal Worthington, although they never won a single game, ended up being our best team throughout the night by acquiring more points consistently throughout the night. Yeah, and you can even see a little bit on that scoreboard about how many of the answers you did get right throughout the night. That's saying that they had 25, I believe that's 25, out of the 40 questions that were asked throughout the night. So Cal Worthington, you are our overall winner. Way to go, Cal Worthington. You are our most trivial traveler. That is the title that I'm going to be giving out to anybody who wins our game here at the Trivia Tavern. So Cal Worthington, you are the most trivial traveler, but we did have lots of people winning. We had MGM Martin winning our 3rd round. We had a few other people, Artichoke Me Daddy doing really well, Red 5 doing really well. I'm going to take better notes, that way I can recap this as we get to the end of the game. But I just want to say thank you to anybody who's still watching, anybody who came out and played even a little bit of our game today. This is a fun and new project for me, and it's just going to keep growing and keep getting funner, and we're going to fine-tune it and have a lot more fun every Tuesday night here at the Trivia Tavern. So with that said, I will say goodnight to you tonight as we bid farewell. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram at Duck Money Productions, Duck_Money_Productions. You can follow on YouTube at The Trivia Tavern. Make sure you like us and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Twitch at The Trivia Tavern, and you'll never miss a show. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for us here at The Trivia Tavern. My name was Danny. I was your host. And until then, we'll see you next time, travelers. Bye.